The Edinburgh Trams will be part of the public transport network, and those designing it want to make sure it's available to all of the public. So they've been continuously engaged in consultations with a wide range of disability groups to find out about their needs.
We were fortunate that we had the mock-up, which allowed us to invite people in and to get their views as to how the features that we intended to be accessible actually worked. This environment where we're in is designed to be as accessible as possible to wheelchairs, and also through the process of inviting some people with assistance dogs, we actually found that this area was also the ideal location for providing space for the dog to come and actually have a bit of a seat room as well. So we've learnt a lot.
This week, members of the Scottish Parliament's cross-party group on disability had their first look inside the tram, now on show in Princes Street. So what was their reaction?
I'm surprised how big it is. I knew it was long, I knew it was going to carry 250 passengers, but compared to a bus, it just seems very large. The seats are very comfortable, and after looking about, we've been able to find spaces. My partner has a guide dog, and we've been able to find spaces where the dog can go under the seat quite easily.
I'm very impressed with the extent of the consultation that's taken place on the tram, on the layout of the actual tram, the seating, the colours, the signage. I think that there are a number of challenges that disabled people face when they're using transport, and it's really important that transport providers get direct from the horse's mouth what makes a good piece of transport infrastructure, what makes a good tram.
The technical design of the project has advanced. There was an original consultation done in about 2008 of quite a large number of disabled people and organisations, and quite a few things have changed, like the design of buttons and various other technical details have changed in the tram since then. So this is actually now a much more advanced version of the tram than the original mock-up we saw in about 2008.
It wasn't all favourable, at least with this wheelchair user.
I'm still a bit concerned about the drop pavement aspect of getting from the main pavement out to the central reservation. Drop pavements can be a bit iffy, and I would want to make sure they were dead dropped, because in Edinburgh that is not always the case.
Others, however, had no problems.
Being here, I'm impressed. Initially, because I don't stay in Edinburgh and been out with the city, I was relying most on newspaper reports, which in many cases have been negative. But after visiting today, I've been very impressed with the whole system. I mean, things like emergency buttons, the space to move around, specific areas for wheelchairs and guide dogs and things. It's a big, big plus.
But this visit clearly has been valuable in helping to make the trams even more accessible.
Simply having people with various different needs and barriers to them using public transport, just talking to them and understanding what makes it difficult for them. For example, there's some features of the ramps at the end of the platforms, which I really do think we can improve now, and that's been through the consultation and meeting people today.
But that means the consultations will continue, with more visits like this right up until the trams start running.